Hi everybody, it's Mocha, and today I will be squeezing in a quick video for the channel of comparing signatures. Now, I kind of want to make this a series, so I'm only doing one pair of video, but I just thought that I would do this and share my opinion about these signatures. Please don't mind the background noise. So yeah, let's just get started. First of all, we have Audrey, the signature Yellow Lab. She was, I think, she was one of my first few signatures. She was early in the collection, basically. And then we have Georgia, the signature golden retriever. She was one of my later signatures. Audrey was my 16th signature, and I'm checking their dates, sorry. And Georgia was my 30th signature. So, a little bit of a gap between the two. But, let's just get started. Before I start this, I would just like to say that Georgia is not in the best condition, and she is like new. But, yeah, Georgia isn't in the best condition, as you can tell. But I'm still going to be comparing them. So this is Audrey. She is, once again, the Yellow Lab. And if we just do a quick turnaround, we can see that her coat is very shiny and short. So she doesn't have very long fur, but she is very soft and fluffy. She has gold airbrushing along her nose and along different parts of her body. Her W is right here, and we just look around, we can see more airbrushing. There's some airbrushing on the back. You can't really pick it up in the camera. There's a lot of airbrushing on the ears too. She has deep brown eyes and a black nose. The tag doesn't really matter, but this is her tush tag. So, she also has some brown around her nose and mouth. So, that should be noted. Taking a look at the ears, they are almost like a bean shape, if that makes sense. And they're pretty soft on the inside too. They're a little bit of a pinkish tone on the inside. And yeah. Her eyes are a little bit far apart. And her snout is a little bit longer than the Goldens, I'm pretty sure. When she sits kind of hunched over, and her tail is rounded at the end. Now let's take a look at Georgia. She used to have airbrushing up her nose, and she still has a little bit on her ears. And around the body, you can see parts of airbrushing, but since she's older, she has been through some more, since I took her outside more than I did Audrey, and she has less airbrushing, but she is a light color. Her eyes are very big, and they are also that deep chocolatey brown. She has a chocolate brown nose and a little bit of brown, which you can't see on camera too well, around her nose. She used to have more. You can lift up her upper lip, and it's a brown underneath to give it some depth. And her ears are once again that bean-shaped, but a little bit shorter. She has longer fur under her chin and on her chest. Also on her belly. This is her W. It's on the same foot as the W is on the same foot as the Yellow Labs. Turning her around, once again you can see a little bit of airbrushing on the back, but not way too much, and some on the tail. Speaking of the tail, it is very, very, very fluffy, which I love about her. And it's shorter on the top and fluffier on the bottom, to resemble a real golden retriever. Taking a look at the paws, you can see that they're a little bit more defined on where the toes are, if that makes sense. And her belly is very fluffy. And she is a little bit thicker than Audrey is. This is her tag. When she sits down, she sits up straight, and she is only a little bit hunched over if you move her position. However, she does sit very straight, and her tail is more of a pointed with the fur. Her eyes are closer together, and she doesn't have a defined mouth shape. She just has an upper lip, which makes it look like she has a jaw. This is them sitting next to one another, and you can obviously tell which one is which. This is the Yellow Lab, and this is the Golden Retriever. And looking at them together, you can see that that Georgia definitely has a wider face than her. And as I showed earlier, her eyes are farther apart than hers. Looking at them next to one another, she does seem to look a little bit thicker in the back, but her stomach is a little bit skinnier, and for her, she's skinnier in the back and thicker in the stomach. Audrey has slightly bigger paws than Georgia does, but she also, like I said, sits a little bit slouched. If I just fix Georgia right now. She sits slouched. Looking at them from the back, her seam lines are a little bit more noticeable than hers because she is fluffier. She has longer fur than she does. And this one is a little bit more goldeny colored, but like I said, she has lost a lot of airbrushing since I've got her, so. This is Audrey's tail compared to Georgia's tail. As you can see, the fluff sticks out and it looks a little more pointed. This one, it has no fluff and it's just rounded. Looking at them this way, her snout or her muzzle is definitely longer than hers, and they are, as you can tell the difference. She's a little bit longer than her, I believe. Georgia and Audrey's ears are about the same shape, but hers are a little bit longer. These are their W's. This one, Audrey's seems to be a little bit smaller, and then Georgia's seems to be a little larger, but I'm not for sure. Comparing their bellies, this one is a little bit thicker and the fur is fluffier, and then this one has short fur and is a little thinner looking. Georgia has a bigger nose than Audrey, I believe, and looking at their eye color, I think that Audrey has a little bit darker eyes, but I'm not for sure. Georgia has a bunch of fluff on her chest and her chin, as Audrey has none. Audrey also has a string for a mouth, and Georgia has a defined mouth, I would say. Georgia also has small tufts of fur on the top of her ears, which make them look a little larger, as Audrey does not. Audrey has shorter legs, as Georgia has longer legs, and Georgia seems to be able to stand up better, as she usually just looks like she's crouching or sitting. Now comparing prices. Without tag, this one is around $100. And without tag, this one is about $10. With tag, this one's about $20, and this one can be up to $200, or possibly even higher. Now I'm going to compare the virtual pets. This is the signature Yellow Lab virtual. This is what the box looks like. This is the special item, and this is the pet-specific food. As you can see a few different shades of gold and yellow on it. And it looks to have as if it has eyebrows, and once again, that rounded tail. And this is the Golden Retriever. This is the virtual pet. This is the box, the pet-specific food, and I'm assuming this is a pet-specific item. But we just want to look at the pet. As you can see, it looks very fluffy, and you can't see the tail exactly, but I believe in the game it looks a little more pointed, but I'm not for sure. The ears are very fluffy and stuff, and the eyes are very large and round. The paws are very big too. However, you do not see the neck fluff. Now there is also a small signature golden retriever. This little dude. And it looks like that online. But we're just talking about these two for this video. Sorry, guy. Now, reviewing the pets and the virtual items and stuff, I think that I would recommend this one. Not just because it's a rare signature, but just because it's very cute and cozy, you know? How's this one is also very cute, but it's a little more stiff and honestly just not as cute as this one. And I know that this one cost a lot more than this one, so if you want this one but you're still saving up for it, I recommend getting this one so you know a little bit about what it's gonna look like, since they do look pretty similar. But this one is just, honestly, in my opinion, a lot better than this one. It's almost higher quality too. She is used, so her fur isn't as soft anymore. And I got her new with tag from Amazon. So out of these two, this one's softer. But when you do get a newer one, like how I got her when I first got her, this one is much softer. All in all, get whichever one you want. They're both adorable and just great signatures. But if you're willing to put the money in this investment, get this one. But who can say no to either of these faces, really? We're not talking about you. Fine, we'll talk about you in the next video. Wink, wink. I am so sorry for that. Anyways, like I said, you can get either one that you want, but I definitely recommend this one, the Golden Retriever. So, I hope you enjoyed watching this video and watching me compare these. Please share your opinions in the comments, but please don't belittle me for my opinion. I hope you have a nice day, and thank you so much for watching. Please consider commenting, and subscribing if you want to see more content by me. And my Instagram is Webkinz with a 0, so is my TikTok, so you can just go follow those if you would like. And I will see you in the next one. Bye! Hey guys, can we... We're not talking about you! Okay, bye.